The year is 1947 and the Cold War has just started. Now, what really inspired these authors is what we are going to take a look at today, and we're going to take a look at what inspired me. Before we start today, I just want to thank you, my friend, Notre Edits. We have known each other since we were like 2 or 3 years old, for linking me in the description of his video. I have linked his channel in the description below, so please go support him. Go support the YouTuber that inspires my videos, Daniel Green. He is the one that got me into writing, but let's continue. So the subject today is what inspired authors to write their books. For example, many authors have written Post Apocalyptic book has written about the Cold War. Because of this, nuclear weapons were created and started to be testing. And then we have the problem. The Cold War is between the capitalists and the communists. The communists are against the capitalists and the capitalists are against the communists. So basically, each war is almost a war against communism or capitalism. So the first one is South Korea versus North Korea, or Korea versus Korea. It was a civil war. The United States wanted to join the capitalists, which were South Korea, so they joined. And North Korea, which were communist and still are, wanted to become communist, so it became a war, and a loose end came, and then that was it. But because there had been started a war and atomic bombs had just been created, what do you think happened? What do you think people thought? What do you think the capitalists thought? What do you think the Soviet thought? There were fallout shelters everywhere, and schools knew how to get under their desk and hide from the atomic bombs or bombs being dropped. So this is often what inspired people. They took a war, Cold War, or made a known war where atomic wastes came. And that is often a theme in apocalyptic genres. It has been a nuclear war or a virus. More so than often it's a nuclear war, but you see a virus, maybe a natural disaster, killing. Like, I have multiple ideas. So let's look for what inspired my book. What inspired me was Fallout. And Fallout was largely inspired by the Cold War with the Great War. And that is what dropped the atomic bombs. And this is what Fallout is about. If Fallout didn't exist, many like books like mine, or if apocalyptic books or the Cold War didn't happen, we wouldn't have known what the apocalyptic genre would have been today. Maybe it would have been like spiders and not a war, and it could be multiple things, but it's just so fascinating to me that one war inspired a whole game franchise, which is one of my favorite franchises, Fallout. I love Fallout, especially Fallout New Vegas. And those are the inspiration for my books. What I use for inspiration is often what I have the most fun with, and I am in love with the road. and I just love the idea of bottle caps as currency, and Megatron from Fallout 3. I just think that is so cool. I love that idea, and I will have aspects like that in my book, and I won't deny it. I have took inspiration. I even took some things that are in Fallout and put it in my book, like caps as currency, because I couldn't find any smarter idea than bottle caps than regular money. So I just took that, and that is what you want to do. What do you like? Do you like CSGO, Counter-Strike? Maybe you write an apocalyptic book about terrorists, which was my first idea, and I'm still thinking about it. Or maybe the apocalypse is caused by something else you like you maybe like mushrooms. So you can create something around that, like killer mushrooms that spread through a virus, or when you touch them. You can create so many things with what you like, your idea. Your ideas are really important when writing a book. It's the most important thing. So before writing a book, what caused the apocalypse? Take a notebook. Just search around. What do you think caused your apocalypse? And you don't have to be sure about everything. You don't need to have every fact on point. If you don't want to write about the background history, you can just, for example, say, yeah, there was a nuclear war, everybody hid in bunkers, shelters, and your character was born in a shelter and went out in the wastelands. There's so many things you can do with this, and if you wonder why my voice sounds so weird and I have to pause so much, it's because I'm sick and I'm tired and I just want to go and watch some Friends. But let's get this over with, shall we? So what's so important in your story is what you have to have something that covers your story. Like, is it an explosion? Is it something? Something needs to cover your storyline. Something needs to have happened before. And I will make a video about my book update, but it's time to run this close to the shop. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully you found this video useful. I have to go to bed now, or watch some Friends now, and have a great time. See you in the next one. Bye.